I'll be discussing Medigap Plan N, so stay tuned. I'm Keith Armbrecht, founder of MedSup Savings. I hope you'll find the information in this video very helpful and presented in an easy to understand format. Turning Medicare eligible is actually a very good thing. You'll likely find Medicare to be a much better alternative for your health insurance needs than what you may have had previously. But there are some choices. So I've created a Medicare Resource Center where I have a complete video library on everything Medicare. You'll also find all the necessary links and the guides and the forms that go along with them. So please, after this video, take just a few minutes to explore our Resource Center. You'll likely find everything that you need for Medicare. You can also get an immediate quote for your Medicare supplement insurance. Just fill out your basic information and it will provide the rates for the plans that are available in your area. It would also be a really good idea to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you'll always have access to my videos and you'll get updates as they come along. So again, I hope you find this information very helpful, and please let me know if I can help.
Okay, so let's talk about Medigap Plan N. And the first thing I want you to understand, just so you don't get confused, is Medigap, Medicare Supplement, exactly the same thing. So Medigap is Medicare Supplement. They're just two different terms for the same thing. So Medicare Supplement Plan N is the same as Medigap Plan N. So we're going to talk specifically about Plan N and when it might be a good choice for you. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos, and if you haven't, please visit medsupsavings.com. I have a complete video library of everything Medicare, so anything that you need, you can likely find it on video. Makes it a lot easier to understand when you're trying to figure out what you want to do. So as I've said in my other videos, the list of choices for Medicare supplement, Medigap plans is much too large. We don't need this many choices, but Medicare chose to make it this complicated and make it a little bit harder for you to make a decision. So we have 10 choices. So these are all of our choices for Medicare, Medigap coverage, and they run from A to N. You can see there's some letters missing. They used to have some other letters in there that aren't there anymore. So it's just complicated, but there's no reason to look at all 10 of them because 8 of them really don't make sense. I'm going to show you exactly what you should be considering, and it's actually reasonably simple, but you want to make sure you get it right because this is going to be with you for quite a while, likely the rest of your life. So make sure that your first choice is the correct choice. So here we can bring it down really from the 10 to 3 choices. You have F, G, and N. And again, if you've watched my other videos, there are many reasons you do not want to choose Plan F. Now, it's likely the plan you've heard the most about. You probably got a lot of stuff in the mail, maybe even has been pitched to you as the best plan that's out there. But there are a number of reasons you do not want to be on Plan F. And if you have not seen that video, the link is right below this one. And it's titled Plan F, Just Say No. So please take a look at that and just don't choose Plan F. So that leaves you with really 2 choices, Plan G and Plan N. And we're going to look specifically at Plan N and how Plan N works. And when you look at the differences between these 3 plans, there's not that much difference. Plan F essentially covers everything. Plan G, everything except Medicare Part B deductible. Plan N has a couple other small caveats to it, but a lot of times it will reduce your premium enough to make it worthwhile to take on those small caveats. So that's my main goal, is to make sure you get really the best plan at the lowest cost. You don't want to pay more for insurance than you absolutely have to. So when we look at Plan N, it's going to show us exactly what it covers. So you look down on the right-hand side here and it has yes, 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 yes. Now, where the caveats are, you can see Part B coinsurance has some little asterisks next to the yes. So what that means is down in the small print at the very bottom, it says that Plan N pays 100% of Part B coinsurance except for a copayment of up to $20 for some office visits. Now, very important, it says up to $20. It doesn't say automatically $20. And it also says for some office visits, not every office visit. So in a worst case scenario, you may have a $20 copay when you go to the doctor's office, not a prohibitive amount to be able to ignore Plan N. So a $20 copayment is not going to set us back financially. But if it lowers our premium enough to have it, then it makes sense to really take a look at it. Now, it also says that you may have up to a $50 copayment for the emergency room. So again, very, very low utilized benefit. Going to the emergency room, it's not very often that you go to the emergency room. If you had an emergency type situation, you went to the emergency room, and your out-of-pocket cost was $50, it's not a bad out-of-pocket expense, and it will lower your premium. So it will give you an automatic discount on your Medicare, Medigap supplement coverage. Down a little bit further, it still goes yes, yes, yes. So it does not, just like Plan G, does not cover the Part B deductible. And if you haven't watched the video on Part G, please watch that. So watch the video on F, G, and N. That way you'll know everything you need to know about all three of these plans. So Part N does not cover that Part B deductible, which is $147, not a big deductible, but it will guaranteed to reduce your premium by more than $147. So it's really a no-brainer to take on that Part B deductible because you're going to save more in premium than you will spend on that $147 deductible. Usually it's about a $200 to $300 difference in premium to have that $147 deductible. Now, where N kind of separates from G is the next box. It does not cover Part B excess charges. And again, I've explained this before on excess charges, but very simply, if you go to a doctor that accepts Medicare, they either accept Medicare or they accept Medicare assignment. If they accept Medicare assignment, then they will take whatever Medicare pays them as payment in full. If they only take Medicare, not assignment, then they take what Medicare pays them, but then they have the ability to charge an excess of up to 15%, and that comes to you. So there are a couple cases where you may be okay with that. For one, you may want to go to a doctor that charges a little bit more, but has better wait time, maybe nicer office, maybe better patient care, whatever it may be, you may prefer to do that. And also, you may go to doctors that accept Medicare assignment. If you go to doctors that accept Medicare assignment, then you do not need to have the excess charge coverage because you won't have the excess charge. So those are the reasons that you'll want to consider Plan N. Now, what to understand about Plan N, to reiterate, it has office copays up to $20 for some office visits and emergency room copay of up to $50. So again, that's a maximum, not always what it will be. It does not cover that Part B deductible of $147, but we know it's going to lower your premium by more than $147. So that's really not even a concern. You absolutely want to take a plan that does not cover the Part B deductible because you will save more than that in premium. Sounds a little bit silly, but in the insurance world, that's how it works because that $147 means more than that to the insurance company for a couple different reasons. And again, I explained that in some other videos. Does not cover excess charges. So if you go to a doctor that accepts Medicare assignment, doesn't make any difference to you. Or if you choose to go to a doctor that maybe is, again, a little bit better, a little bit nicer, works on a personal level, then that's a pretty good deal. So when to choose Plan N? Lower your premium. We want to keep your premium as low as we possibly can because, again, this is going to be with you likely for the rest of your life. Your doctor accepts Medicare assignment. Kind of a no-brainer in that scenario. So when you come back to the two best choices, and again, Plan F is not one of the best choices. Please do not choose Plan F. Make sure you watch the video. So Plan G and Plan N. And it really is kind of a toss-up. Plan N will be less in premium than Plan G, but some people want more of the freedom of choosing that doctor, whether they accept Medicare assignment or whether they're going to bill in excess and they want that covered. So that's really where you're going to kind of weigh your options between G and N. And I say in other videos, my number one choice is Plan G, just because then I don't have to worry about whether a doctor takes Medicare assignment or Medicare by itself. But that doesn't rule out Plan N. And again, if it's a financial situation and you need to get that premium as low as you possibly can without affecting your benefits significantly, then N is a great choice. So that's a pretty good kind of overview on the plans that you should be looking at. And please, if you need any help at all, I'm available to help. I'm happy to help. There's no cost to use my services. I'm happy to guide you. I'm happy to be there with you for now and again down the road. So 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're still going to be in the middle of all this Medicare situation, and you're going to need help in making sure that you continue to have the best plan, because they change constantly. They will get rate increases. You will possibly have to shop for a different carrier from time to time, and that's exactly what I do. So I'm happy to help you, and if there's anything that I can do, just contact me and I'll do everything I can. And if you want to see the rates on Plan N, Plan G, Plan F, just go to my website, MedSup Savings. You can run a quote right here. All you do is put in your zip code, your date of birth, and it will bring up the plans in your area and show you the rates for Plan N, Plan G, even Plan F. You'll see everything right there. So it's very easy to do, and I'd be happy to help at any time. So please let me know if I can help, and have a fantastic day.